Hey, how you doing? What is type 2 diabetes? Well, the first question is, how did you get type 2 diabetes? Then it's, what is it? And then the next question is, how do you fix it? So, how did you get type 2 diabetes? Now, some people get type 2 diabetes because it's in their family. Most people get type 2 diabetes because they ate too much sugar. And if you have got type 2 diabetes, you ate too much sugar. And it's important that you own up to that. And it's important that you're honest with yourself to understand it. Now, it might be you're ignorant of what sugar, what food you eat has sugar in it. You know, it might be the case, but the good sign was that you were getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that was your body telling you that something was wrong. So, what is type 2 diabetes? Well, basically, type 2 diabetes is in our bodies we have cells, okay? These cells, every time you eat food, absorb the energy from the food that you eat. The rest of that then passes through your body and you do your toilet thing and it comes out the other end. But the cells themselves are not capable of absorbing the energy. They need a chemical to do that. And that chemical is insulin. So insulin comes from your pancreas, and every time you eat food, your pancreas produces insulin, and the insulin tells the cells to absorb the energy. And then what's meant to happen is your body uses that energy to do your day-to-day things. The problem is you kept on pumping energy, more importantly glucose or sugar, into your system. And what's happened is the cells can no longer absorb the energy because they're full. And as a result of being full, but this doesn't stop your pancreas from continuing to produce insulin. And what your insulin has now become is your annoying child on a long journey that keeps on saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And what we do at this point is, what the cells do at this point, just like you do when you're the annoying child family members in the back of the car, is you start to ignore it. And your body is now ignoring the insulin that tells it to absorb the energy in the cells. And your body is very, very clever. What it's going to do at this point is, when you've got excess energy in your body from the food you eat, it turns that energy into fat, with the view at some point you're gonna start feeding on the fat for energy. And this goes back to the millions of years of evolution of when we were cavemen and stone men and stuff, where food was all feast or famine. You know, when there was a plentiful of food, we would absorb all of that food and eat it. But in the winter months where there weren't that plenty of food, then what the body would do is burn the fat. The stored fat, the stored energy, it would burn then when there wasn't a lot of food. The problem is these days is there's plentiful food all of the time. And so what we do is we never burn the fat. We just produce more and more and more. So now you've got a point that the cells are not even absorbing the energy that you've got because it's ignoring the insulin, and you're just creating more and more fat in your body. More importantly, that fat, that energy is going all the way around your blood system, and your blood is now a lot thicker than it should. And that fat is beginning to get stored in your arteries, it's going through your eyes, and it's causing all manner of problems. And if you don't do something about it, the dangers are that you're going to get you're going to have bad blood flow, which is going to cause ulcers on your body. And if you want to know about ulcers, I'm not sticking a picture up on you, no one deserves to watch that, but I suggest you go see one because it's gross. Your blood flow stops going around your body. As a result, you can have your feet turn black, your arteries turn black, and they get really painful, and people have them chopped off and things like that. You get heart disease, kidney disease, all of these things. It's a horrible, horrible situation. Your body's been trying to warn you as well. Your body's been trying to warn you because your cuts and bruises didn't heal as quickly. Your vision got really, really bad, and you got really, really thirsty, and ended up with and you probably felt like you had loads of energy at one point, but every time you drank, it didn't quench. And this is your body trying to get the glucose out of the system. The problem is it can't get the glucose out of the system because it's turning into fat and going around your bloodstream, and that's not what water does when you consume water. So that's what type 2 diabetes, you probably know what the symptoms are. You wouldn't be watching this video if you hadn't experienced any of these symptoms. But there is a solution to the problem, okay? The solution to the problem is doing the one thing you've not done a lot of, is changing your food. I don't want you to think of it as going on a diet. It's not a diet. You're just going to need to change your food that you consume, and you're going to need to start doing exercise to start burning off the excess energy, the excess fat that's in your system. And if you go watch some other videos, I'll show you there are foods you can eat that can get your cells to stop ignoring the insulin, okay? There are things like apple cider vinegar, green tea that you can consume that tells the cells to start absorbing the energy again. But you need to educate yourself now on what food has got sugar in it. That is the next thing you need to do. You need to start educating about what you're eating has got massive amounts of sugar in, because you're going to be amazed. But that's going to be another video. I'll put a link at the bottom to another video for you, so you can learn what foods have got loads of sugar in, and how you can replace those foods for other foods, okay, so that you're not consuming so much sugar. You're going to need to start doing exercise just to burn off the excess energy that you've got to do. But there's going to be a link to another video below, which is going to tell you about how to start doing the exercises and what exercises you can do, okay? Because, you know, going down the gym and banging out a load of weights is not going to necessarily be the best thing you could do at this point. But understand, your life doesn't have to be a life of medication and blood tests on a regular basis. You can make a difference. People are doing it all the time. I did it. Yeah. This is a picture of me before, as I was becoming a type 2 diabetic without realizing it, and look at me now. Okay, you can make a change, but it didn't happen overnight, and it didn't do it by just hurting yourself down the gym. I hope to see you in the other videos, and I hope, if you wish to learn more about how to change your life, you'll subscribe, okay? And you can watch all the other videos about how you can change yourself, how you can make changes in yourself to get rid of your type 2 diabetes. It is possible to get rid of your type 2 diabetes. You just have to be prepared to do some work. You're not a number. You're a rhino. See you in the next videos.